Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our program here at McGrath's School of Isshinryu. Today is February 12th, 2019. It's about 10:15 p.m. I want to make this quick broadcast about our radio program called Isshinryu Today. The next 2 weeks, this Sunday is going to be about Tai Sabaki drills. And next Sunday is going to be, we're going to interview the School of Hard Knocks. And our program airs every Sunday at 6 p.m. It goes for 2 hours. And that's Eastern Standard Time, by the way. I want to also note that if you want to call into the program, press on the link for the show that I have on my Facebook page and other social media outlets like Twitter. They call it Twitter. I also share it on LinkedIn. And on the Facebook, we have a couple of pages. If you just type in Isshinryu Today, all of the links are there. So the next 2 weeks, this Sunday is going to be Tai Sabaki drills, 6 o'clock. And next Sunday, it's going to be the School of Hard Knocks. So let's do this also. Let's give you some information. And if I bring up the link, you know what we'll do? We'll actually put it on this video, the link for the show, right? And you'll be able to just click on that link. And then all you have to do is dial the number. And yeah, I'll put up this one here. This is the Tai Sabaki drill link. And of course, you know, to call into the show, the number hasn't changed now in 3 years. It's 619-924-9759. When you call into the program, you don't have to be on the air. You could just listen, or if you'd like to make a comment, or if you have a question, you can press 1 on your keypad, and we'll be alerted that you're looking to ask a question, or you may have a comment. That's another way to indicate to us that you just want to listen. If we see your number on the switchboard, and you don't press 1, that tells us on the switchboard that you want to remain silent. Now sometimes I will come on the line and ask who's calling while Sensei Kata is speaking. But that's if I'm not busy also paying attention to what's going on. Sometimes we do get a lot of callers, and some of them just want to listen, and that's cool. I have no problem with that. Makes it easy for me. But again, dialing into the program is as easy as making a phone call. It's the easiest way also for you to advertise your school. If you give us the information and, we have you on the program, the listeners are growing. We're getting more and more listeners. So that's great advertising tool, if you think about it. So let's go back here, and what we'll do is we'll post. I made a copy of the link, and I'll post it on the bottom of this video. So I'll put both shows up. I'll put up this Sunday, which let me get the date for you. This Sunday show is the 17th, and then the School of Hard Knocks comes on the 24th. And we're actually looking forward to the next 2 shows because this coming Sunday, it was from our loyal listener input. It was one of the things that, they suggested. So that's a good thing, because when you get, some of your loyal listeners to contribute to the subject matter, the programming, things that you'll be saying for about their school, and then they come on to give their websites and their address and their class times. It's a wonderful tool. So we're very happy that now in 2019 the show is 3 years old. Isshinryu today. So every Sunday, Kyle and I do it every Sunday. So tune in. It's a opportunity to get your journey in 2 hours. I mean, how much can you really say in 2 hours? But get your journey sort of captured, and these shows they go on the cloud, and you can listen to them anytime. Oh, and that's another thing. When you go to Blog Talk Radio and you pull up Isshinryu today, any one of the episodes that are listed there, you can sign up for the podcasts. And that means that as the show is finished, it goes to all the people that have signed up for the podcast. Because don't forget, this program goes on the internet, so it's worldwide. Sometimes when we air, our listeners are not awake, so they sign up for the podcasts and they listen to our show, at their leisure, which is also another great feature about this tool. So again, we invite you as a featured guest. If you have a student in your class that you would like to highlight, bring them on. There is no charge. It's free. So as long as you have a telephone and an internet, you can call into the show. And when the show is over, you can listen to the show. What else did I want to say? I gave you the phone number, right? When you call into the program, it's 619-924-9759. And it's Sunday. This Sunday night at 6 p.m. again is going to be Tai Sabaki drills. That's the subject matter. And then in 2 weeks from now, we're going to have the School of Hard Knocks. I can't wait for that program, because as it was explained to me, the sensei is from the Nega lineage. So, anytime we can get somebody on the program that studied with the first generation student, it's very exciting, because to me, they're like the grand black belts of Isshinryu. They're the ones that took what senseis gave to them and went out in their neighborhoods, in their communities, and they built up, their schools, and oh my goodness, look at what's happened. We're very excited about that. So in order for us to be successful on the program, we have to use these tools. And this now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing live interviews on location, okay? And we're going to be bringing the video tools with us so we can capture the video of us sitting there, talking to the people. So not only will it be on the Blog Talk Radio website, it's also going to be on YouTube. Now, hey, listen, I'm going to be 60 in April. In our lifetime, a tool like this, oh my goodness, YouTube is seen around the world. Blog Talk Radio is listened to around the world. People are into martial arts around the world, no matter where you come from. I got a request today in one of our groups from, Russian martial arts, because they listen to our program. I mean, it's a worldwide phenomenon for me because I South Africa is like in my backyard now. It took us a long time to travel there by plane, and I can only imagine, you know, having to have to do that commute several times a year. You know, whereas now you can video conference with them, and they even have some of them are free. Wow. So Isshin-ryu karate in my lifetime has grown to be um, a legitimate martial art. I mean, there's a lot of practitioners now. A lot of people know that name that are into martial arts. You know the name Isshinryu now, in 2019, 63 years. So the program, again, it consists of blue collar. We talk about, how you came up, who your teacher is. Um, we talk about if you're an instructor, what's your school like. So we get to talk to you about the things that you built, the things, your journey, each step that you took along your route in martial arts. I worked all day today. Here it is, almost 11 o'clock. I'm here. Well, it deserves it. When you do the work, Sensei always told us, when you do the work, you'll learn really well. You know what I mean? Because you practice it and you really put your heart and soul into it. And that's what martial arts is. It's a philosophy, a way of doing things, and it really does. If you learn the essence, true essence of karate for defense only, you keep yourself safe all the time. You sort of know when there's danger. I work in heavy construction. I work in, areas where the machine's tires are bigger than I am. You're not careful there, you get hurt very quick. So Tai Sabaki drill. We're going to talk about body movement and what the feet do to move the body. And then also, there's other surfaces of the body that can help you, move. But the feet, the essence of moving your feet a certain way, uh, the way Sensei taught us, all depending on what's coming in and from where, down here, in here, or up here. So those drills, I just remember how in those classes back in the early days, for me anyway, in the 70s, the way Sensei ran his classes about, in between doing your basic exercises, when you transition stances, let's say you put basic 1, 2, and 3 together, and then did 4, 5, and 6. And there's stance transitions in there where you go from Seisan to Seiyuchi back to, say, Seisan. And in those stance transitions, he was so keen about a sense of urgency, speed, balance, focus. Bring all of your tools with you that you're going to need. And that's that presence of mind, knowing that if he so much as flinches and goes to throw a punch, Kata, keeping your attacker by terminating the attack. So I just see it as a great practice, something that every week we have something to talk about that's real. The practice is unbelievable. I mean, it really is. When you look at uh, uh, how Tai Sabaki drills work and how you move your body, almost like a washing machine agitator, you know, being able to use the circle very quickly to evade and protect, but not give up any ground and make sure that you're in a position of advantage and they're in a position of disadvantage by their action, by their commitment to try to swing and, hurt you, hit you. Tai Sabaki drills. When I, because I do the program, and when I was checking this week's messages, one of the listeners suggested this, and we've had it before. There's been other shows on Isshinryu today where we talked about Tai Sabaki drills. However, this Sunday we're going to have 2 hours on it again. Sensei Kyle and I are very excited because he practices it extensively in his dojo. And you got to remember, he was brought up as a boxer. His father taught him how to box. And his father was a good coach. His father understood Tai Sabaki. Now that's boxing. But let me tell you something. A good boxer, a boxer now, someone who knows the art of boxing, the way they move their feet when you strike them, they can make you very tired by you throwing punches. And it ain't doing nothing because they're evading and protecting, not only with their upper body, but with their footwork. And that's the essence, really, of boxing, is Tai Sabaki drills. They may call it shadow boxing when they're practicing. Nevertheless, there's a commonality there. All right, we're Westerners. We're from the States. Boxing is something that we, as Americans, or at least in my neighborhood anyway, Friday night at the fights, man. I mean, it was something to see, something you'll always remember. The smell of the place. It's just, yes, something you'll always remember. So boxing to us was always something that was available. It was on our TV. We didn't understand it as youngsters until, we started to get into martial arts. I was lucky I got in early. And these drills, these Tai Sabaki drills, taught us a very valuable lesson when you're doing Ippon Kumite. Because in the Ippon Kumite drills, all right, you may know what the strike is going to be if you're a Q rank. But at the black belt level, Ippon Kumite drills come from anywhere. I can be doing both. I can be attacking you with my hands and my feet. And you have to have an answer for that. So, again, the one-step attacks really, really hone your skills on Tai Sabaki drills. Now, I don't know how you guys practice in your schools, but us, especially as black belts, we like to take it to a submission. When we work our Tai Sabaki drills, we like to finish. We like to get it to a point where it gets a little rough, but we get a submission out of it. And that just helps with, God forbid, you get in a street fight. Because Tai Sabaki drills now in a street fight, If you get overwhelmed by a street fighter, you're going to lose because they already have a mindset if they're going to attack you. So if you're not prepared for that, if you haven't trained for that, I would get myself in a school right away. And I would get myself in a school that teaches martial arts. What is that? What is martial arts? Go in there and ask them, do you teach Tai Sabaki drills here? And see what they tell you. Do you work on Ippon Kumite drills here? And see what they tell you. Do you work on Ju Kumite drills here? You know, with a supervised referee? Yes. Ask those questions. Do you do Kata here? Do you do Kobu-do Kata here? You know, what are some of the things that you look for in a martial arts school? Well, if you have youngsters, a children's program. You want to teach children Tai Sabaki. First of all, for us, Tai Sabaki drills are up and down. Just like I said, we like to finish. So, however, we got to subdue you once you do what you do to us, based on what Tai Sabaki drill that we're working on. There's a lot of them. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's the drills, and that's what we're going to be talking about. How you drill over and over and over again to make yourself prepared. Yes, you got to be prepared. If in fact you trip over something, the worst thing you can do is put your hand out. And everybody does that. Everybody goes to the ground like that. Even football players, which just amazes me. They need to learn Tai Sabaki. The definition is that we move our bodies by the place where we put our feet. So stay tuned. This Sunday night, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we'll be live on Isshinryu Today. Again, dial that number, 619-924-9759. We'll see everybody this Sunday. Please go into the show. Press 1 if you got a question. Thanks.